All right. It's another video. This is called My Record Collection 2024, Part 17. Like a lot of people are doing these videos nowadays. It's like, here's my, you know, their influences or, what records they like. They go into a record store and they buy the Velvet Underground or some shoegaze record or krautrock thing. It's like hoping that they get some kind of brownie points and stuff. But like I'm not gonna break out all my shoegaze krautrock records. I'm gonna break out the real deep stuff, the real, you know, the what the fuck records. And so like this is the stuff that influenced me here. Okay, check this out. This is Kurt Weill's Lady in the Dark, the collection, the collector series. I mean, this is lyrics by Ira Gershwin, music by Kurt Weill. This is, I mean, when all is said and done, I mean, this is the only thing that's gonna matter. Can't go wrong. Not Kurt V. Kurt. This is Bertolt Brecht we're talking about here. That's like a great record. And then we got, you know, the poetry of Emily Dickinson, read by Julie Harris. I mean, how many people have? I mean, this has a price. Tower Records, and it's ripped. The price tag's ripped off, but this is like. Sometimes I just like to listen to some poetry records. That's deep. And Emily Dickinson. I took a class in college. An Emily Dickinson course. I mean, and and the poetry of Browning, read by James Mason. I mean, God, man, what did I don't even remember buying this. This is deep, but this has all the hits. Andrea Del Sarto, Fra Lippo Lippi. Some people just kind of get the usual. When you get a Robert Browning, it's like it's. And this is a pretty standard record. I'm not. This is no deep dive here. This is like if anyone has a Billie Holiday record, they have this one. I hope the record matches up here. Yeah, okay. The original recordings. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of like, well, and the folklore. This is great. John Lee Hooker, Tupelo. Look at those songs on there, man. Look at that. Hard-headed woman. This is John Lee Hooker. Yeah, I met John Lee Hooker. He was like, I was like about 15, and he was in his 60s, and he, wanted to meet some women. I didn't even know people in their 60s had sex back then. And then Mose Allison. You got to have the Mose. If you don't have a Mose Allison record, okay, your record collection stinks. This is the trio. This is high fidelity. It's on Prestige Records. Look at that. Look at that label, man. Awesome. It's kind of a little scratchy, but who cares? Okay, Paul Butterfield Blues Band. Okay, my dad turned me on to this record. So what can I say? And I still have it. This might even be the one he bought. Back in the day. I think it is. Do you call? I think I have a. Okay, well, this record. Okay, I probably got this in the dollar section, but I think I have a couple copies of this. Judy Collins, the best. Of course, it has Both Sides Now. Probably has Leonard Cohen. What has McCartney? Yeah, Suzanne's on here. Okay. We got some women here. Dion. I think I probably got this from my my parents' collection, but this is definitely, if you want, he did. Oh yeah, this record's great because he has a version of Purple Haze on here. He was trying to. This is not the early Dion where he was like kind of like Frankie Valli. This is more the Dion where he's trying to get hip. Abraham, Martin and John, Purple Haze. Oh, Everybody's Talking by Fred Neil's on here. They got Dylan. A lot of Fred Neil, Joni Mitchell song, Leonard Cohen. So he does Sisters on Mercy on this record too. So if you've never heard of this record, check out this Dion record. Okay, this is like I had this around since I was a kid. I didn't like some kind of quirky thing. The Kingsmen, Killer Joe, Hang On, I didn't jump on. Okay, What is this? Oh, this is just some weird reggae Trojan Records. I think. Let's see what the label. It's even like a white. I don't even know what the hell this is. Lion in the Jungle. Maybe somebody should. It might be just some weird religious record. Sometimes when you go to like these records, these record sales, and you just see some weird record. You go, what the hell is this? It's like, it's got more records here than Sandinista in it, and I don't even know what's this Congo Natty, and it's like $30. Okay, well, I probably got it for $1. Pretty standard, kind of. And yeah, this, if you have like a 60s, you gotta have this one. And here's my beat up copy of Flower. I think I have a couple of these though. This is, the vinyl is better than the cover here. Yeah, the vinyl's pretty good. And this one, this is a pretty good record. I just kind of liked it because of weird cover. I just thought, okay, well, and it's got the see-through vinyl, and it's Passport Records. I don't know if it's like a prog rock. And this is like some Cat Stevens weird, I have other Cat Stevens, but this is like some sort of, what is this? It's like some kind of weird, like, I don't know. Look this up. It's on my Discogs, like, it's in pretty good shape. Okay, Steppenwolf. Okay, I've had this all my... These records I've had all my life. Like ever when I was a kid. Tom Jones, definitely. That's kind of stuff I listened to kid. Oh, okay, so, yeah, I had the Emily Dickinson, the Robert Browning. Of course, I have James Joyce, Ulysses. I might have to take this out because it has, like, the soliloquies of Molly and Leopold Bloom, read by Siobhan McKenna. E.G. Marshall's on here. Okay, well, Joyce fans right here. I'm gonna put this over here by my record player because I know Bloom's Day is coming up this week, so definitely gonna listen to that. Okay, and I guess this is the Irish part. Dylan Thomas reads the poetry of Yeats. Okay, and Auden and others. Yeah, wow. Lewis McNeice. Wow, this is a pretty... And Faulkner, I'm into Faulkner. I'm into Joyce. I'm into Yeats. What can I say? Buckley. Lord Buckley, he was kind of a big deal at one point, comedian. Maybe he got Me Too'd at some point. Okay, so, yeah, this is a record. I actually DJ'd with this record because I would play these weird instrumentals or even Burial, and then I would play this, like, kind of the speeches, so, like, he always, like, mentions the Beatles, and a lot of people that were in the Beatles. The poems of Gerald Manley Hopkins and Blake, read by Robert Sprake. I gotta listen to this. This sounds like a pretty good record. It's on the they had these labels called the Spoken Arts. The Spoken Arts, And then I got T.S. Eliot. Where do you think I got? Who's my big influence? And we got the early Eliot. Most of the stuff, the prog rock era. If you can, you can see it there, barely. I don't know how to get that in there. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I don't know, it's focusing in. Yeah, but it's like, the early poems, okay, well, we got Eliot. We definitely have Pound here, and here's Pound reading some of the cantos. Selwyn Mauberley. And, this was that label. Yeah, Caedmon. There's a lot of records were on Caedmon back then. I don't know what happened to that label, but it was kind of like a arty label that had like a lot of poetry. So all these are Caedmon records that I got from some libraries. So when you go around buying records at these sales and looking at estate sales, you always come across, this is one of the ones you come across, The Controversy, The Warren Report, a book. Now they would just do a book. But here you have to have a. I hope it's a more than one record. Yeah, the controversy. It looks like this label, Probe Records, like it only. Oh no, it's on Capitol Records too. Produced by Lauren Schiller. Okay, well that's pretty good. Okay, so of course I have a lot of Python. I'm a big Python fan. They were on Arista Records. I guess maybe just the soundtracks. And this is the Holy Grail for those who don't know. Another record I've had from my kid days. I don't even know who's singing on this, but this is like some kind of record, kind of. This was kind of like our Disney kind of type of record. Chipmunks, and of course the National Lampoon did a White Album. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, the National Lampoon comedy record. People had more comedy records back then. So this was like, I think this is the second Steve Martin one. If you watch that documentary on Netflix, Steve Martin was like kind of the biggest comedian like of all time, and we'll stop this here with. KTEL Superbet, and this is pretty good. This is good for DJing, and it has Joe Tex, James Brown, Melody Jackson, Staple, Isaac Hayes, the theme from Chef. So yeah, KTEL Records. You see these records on TV, where they sold they just kind of tried to, and they were very cheap too. Let's see, KTEL International. Mostly in the 70s, it was like a New York. Yeah, this is 73, and they would just pump it out and have TV commercials. Okay, so that's the end of what is this number? Oh no, not that one. It's the end of my record collection 2024, part 17, and we're gonna have at least one more, maybe two more. I'm gonna do today. Okay. Great. So be back in a second here. Okay, great.